Alright, Shalom, double honors to the apostles of GMS, honestly brothers, that be pushing this truth in sincerity. So I wanted to go through a few scriptures out here, which I have in the background. But the premise of it, I'll premise it on the article that I have in front of me, which goes back to late 2014, 2014, late 2014 in September. Alright. And, these plans will be taken into effect pretty much now, all right? Because it always takes time before they put the idea out there before. And then after a period of time, they start implementing their agendas, all right? So you got it out here where it says anti-nuclear, which is them being sarcastic here on Russia Today, man. Right, it says anti-nuclear Obama plans to spend $1 trillion on nukes, man. Alright, what are they gonna do with them nukes, man? They're gonna destroy each other, alright? Right, they're gonna make it to where they're a bit more of a threat to the threat to them Russians, and so the Russians is gonna have to up their ante in terms of nuclear arsenal and all of that. Alright, and we'll just read a little bit of it, but then I'm gonna go straight into the scriptures, and it's gonna be a quick, short one. It says, despite campaigning on a platform that endorsed having a nuclear-free world, in the most not so distant future, United States President Barack Obama is overseeing an administration that aims has taken another path. The New York Times reported this week. Right, it says on Sunday, journalists William Broad and David Sanger wrote for the Times that a half a decade of politicians deals and geopolitical crisis have thrown a wrench in the works of President Obama's pre-White House plans. As a result, eviscerating his previously stated intentions of putting America's and ideally the world's nuclear programs on ice. Right, so when he was coming into power, he had all of that big talk about a nuclear-free world. All right, but that was just really to deceive the public. As it's going to show you here, it says, according to the Times report, an effort to ensure that the antiquated nuclear arsenal being held by the U.S. remains secure since expanded to the point that upwards of $100 trillion is now expected to be spent on various realms of the project during the next 3 decades, which ain't gonna last no 3 decades, man. Right, it says the likes of which are likely to keep the trove of American nukes intact and do little to discourage other nations from doing differently. So when these different nations see that the Americans are doing it, they're gonna have their nuclear arsenal as well. Alright, now I've got some precepts out here in the background, which I'm going to read. Right, and this is in the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, and the first verse. It says, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty. Right, how's he going to make it empty? By things like this, man. Right, he's going to make it empty by these different countries letting off all of these nukes. And the Most High is going to put it in the spirit to all of them who can be released, man. Right, so these prophecies can be fulfilled. It says, maketh it waste, and he turneth it upside down, and he scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. Right, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, and as with the maiden, so with her mistress, and as with the buyer, so with the seller, and as with the lender, so with the borrower, and as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury. It says, the land shall utterly be emptied, right, and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. It says the earth, right, mourneth and fadeth away, and the world languisheth and fadeth away, and the haughty people of the earth do languish, right? And who are the haughty people of the earth? Right, so-called white man Esau, right? In the book of Obadiah, which I'm getting right here in the background, right? It tells you that. It says Obadiah 1:1. It says the vision of Obadiah, right? Thus saith the Lord, right? Power concerning Edom, right? We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among you. The heathen says, arise ye, and let us rise up in battle against her. Right, so all of these heathen nations are going to come up and rise up, come to battle against the so-called Americans and all of that, man. Right, the Edomites, man. Right, it says, behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Because you can go to these different countries, Esau's greatly despised, man. It says, the pride in thine heart, which is the point I was getting here. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, right, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground. Right, which is the spirit Esau goes about the world. Alright. It says, this is back in Isaiah 24th chapter and the 4th verse. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, and the world languisheth and fadeth away. Right, and the haughty of the people do languish. Right. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed laws and changed ordinances and broken the everlasting covenants. Right. With which the Most High set up certain things to happen on the earth so it doesn't become defiled, man. So you don't change the ordinances thereof. Alright, when you go to the book of Micah, the 2nd chapter and 10th verse, alright, it says here, arise ye, depart, for this is not your right. So you're supposed to be getting all comfortable up in Esau society, alright. It says here, because it is polluted and it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. So first and foremost, man, when you're just living and going about your day-to-day life, man, this society ruins you, man. It pollutes you. But furthermore, God, it ties in nicely with this in Isaiah the 24th chapter, in the fact that it's going to destroy you. You can get all up in the society. You love this world, you're going to be destroyed by this world. All right. This is back in Isaiah the 24th chapter, and this is the 7th. Version says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, and the merry heart do sigh. It says, the mirth of the tambourine, right, ceaseth, and the noise of them that rejoice endeth, and the joy of the harp ceaseth. It says, they shall not drink wine with a song, and strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. It says, the city of confusion is broken down, even that, and the city of confusion goes into the book of Revelations, the 18th chapter, when he talks about Babylon being destroyed. All right. He says, the city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Right, there is a crying for wine in the streets, right, and the joy is darkened, the mirth in the land is gone. Right, it says the city is left the city is left in desolation, right, and the gates, right, is smitten with destruction. I mean, I don't have to break this down, man. I bring this piece about quite a bit, man, and it's a nice one because it's pretty simplistic. All right. It's pretty straightforward to understand. You don't really need to break down anything, right? It says, when thus it shall be in the midst of the land amongst the people, they shall be as the shaking of an olive tree, right? And as the gleaning, right, grapes when the vintage is done. It says, they shall lift up their voice, they shall sing for the majesty of the Lord, and they shall cry aloud from the sea. It says, wherefore glorify ye the Lord in fires. Right, even the name of the Lord, God of Israel, right, in the isles of the sea. It says, from the utmost part of the earth, right, have we heard songs, right? And what's that songs that they're hearing, man? They're hearing that new song, which is the word of the Most High, man, being revitalized in the earth, right? It says, but I said, my leanness, woe unto me. Right, going back to what it says in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter and the 15th verse, man. Because Ezra said the same thing, man. Woe is me in that day. Right? Woe unto me, the treacherous dealers have dwelt treacherously. Yea, the treacherous dealers have dwelt treacherously. It says, fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, right, O inhabitants of the earth, and it shall come to pass that he that fleeth from the noise shall from the noise shall fall into a pit. He that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in a snare. Right, and for the windows of on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. So you're gonna get certain Edomites, like they call preppers in that, man. They prepare for the so-called zombie apocalypse. All right, but they, like it says here, man, they gonna run, but they ain't gonna flee from their destruction. Right, it says the earth is utterly broken down, and the earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. It says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof, right? And they shall be the transgression of it shall be heavy upon it, and they shall fall and not rise again. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones, right, that are on high, and the kings of the earth, right, are upon the earth. And when you go into Daniel, the 2nd chapter, on the 41st verse, it says, in the days of these kings shall the Most High set up a kingdom of heaven that shall never be destroyed. So he's going to destroy your kingdom, right? And he's going to set up ours, man. It's beautiful. All right, it says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners, and are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in prisons, and after many days they shall be visited. It says, the moon shall be confounded, and the sun shall be ashamed, when the Lord of hosts, right, shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem before his ancient gloriously, right? So that's what's coming to your future, man. Like I said, it's going to be a quick, short one. So double on to the apostles of GMS. Honestly, brothers, that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.